Good morning, everyone. We are studying about the lesson organisms and populations, and today we are going to study different definitions and topics. So, our first definition is the habitat. So, habitat is what? Habitat of an organism or community is the place or physical location where it actually lives. Means the living area or the specific environment where the organism is able to survive and live, that place is called as habitat. So it represents some physical area at some specific part of the earth's surface. Like some organisms can live in desert areas, some can live in hilly areas, some are able to survive in snow clad mountains, some in the seawater, etc. So different specific locations are there for different organisms where they can survive and reproduce. So that particular area or location is called as the habitat. So habitat can be a large ocean, or it can be a prairie. Prairie is a grassland area where certain bushes are also there with some plants, tall trees and flowering plants are also there, but mainly the area is occupied by grasses. And some may be living underside of a rotten log or under the big rock or small stone, etc. So the intestine of the termite also can be the habitat of the living organisms like bacteria, etc. Then who are digesting the helping the termite to digest the cellulose, because they are eating on the wood. So the termite have the cellulose digesting bacteria in their body, in their intestine, which helps them to digest. So like this, habitat is the place where the organism is able to survive and reproduce the new offsprings or new ones. Then, for example, some examples also we can take, like the larva of an insect, Chiromonas, are found in the water where very little oxygen is found. Then another example is Annelid tubiflex. It is found in the flowing fresh water, but it can also live in water with organic matter. Then the Hilsa fish, it is found both, it can survive both in fresh water and brackish water. So like this, different organisms occupy different habitat according to the environment they can adapt. Then our next definition is the niche. Niche is the ecological role. Like niche or ecological niche is the physical position or status that a given species occupies within the community. Now community will be containing many populations, and these populations will be having different type of species. So if all will be playing the same role, then the balance of the ecosystem will get disturbed. So the different organisms which are living in a community or habitat or an ecosystem, they are playing a different role in the same habitat, and they occupy different level of survival, and because of that they are able to live together in the same locality or in the same community, same habitat or in the same ecosystem. So niche is ecological niche or ecological niche is the physical position or status that a given species occupies within the community or habitat or an ecosystem on account of its structural adaptation, means according to the structure they have and the adaptation according to the structure which they have adapted the environment in which they are living. According to that they have the role played in that particular area, and so their physiological role and specific behavior, these all will be included into the niche. For example, like the carnivores like the lion or tiger, they are eating the herbivores. Then deer eats the grass. Then monkeys, they live on the trees. Then snake, they dig the hole inside the ground. Rat, they also dig the hole inside the ground. So like this, they might be living in the same habitat, that is in a forest. Suppose they all are living in the forest. So because the monkey occupies a different role, means monkey lives on the trees, it is eating the fruits on the trees, etc. Deer is living on the ground but eating on the grass. Tiger is feeding on all the herbivores. Snake is living inside the hole but feeding on other little organisms. Rat is also living in the hole but eating other grains, etc. So different organisms are living together and they are playing a different role. Like tiger is playing the role for making the balance of herbivores. Deer is eating on the grass to make the balance of the grasses. Monkeys are surviving on the trees. Like this, they have different role in the same environmental condition. So that role which the organism is occupying according to the structural adaptation in its body, physiological role means what role they are playing in eating, etc. Then all the organisms are giving oxygen to the environment and they are taking carbon dioxide from the environment. This is also one of the role. So the niche, different organisms have their own niche in a particular area, and that niche can be a physiological role, can be structural adaptation, it can be specific behavior. So according to this, we are able to understand the niche. Now the next definition is population. So population is a group of organisms. Population is a group of organisms of the same species that inhabit in a geographical area at a given time, share or compete for similar resources and interbreed in nature producing fertile offsprings. So what we can understand with this definition, it is a group of organisms of the same species. Means the group of organisms of one single species which are inhabiting, means living in a particular geographical area at a given time. Means at particular time in a particular habitat, the group of organisms of the same species which are living at a place, and they are sharing or competing with one another for the similar resources, means they are depending on their similar resources, and they are interbreeding to produce fertile offspring, means the offsprings which are produced, they are also able to produce their offspring. So such group of organisms is called as population. And different populations of different species living together in the same habitat, they will make the community. Then the population can be, now one more thing is here, the interbreeding. Interbreeding applies only for sexual reproduction. So those who are reproducing sexually, they are producing fertile offsprings, but there will be certain group of organisms, population, which are reproducing asexually also. So they also will be considered as the population if they are of same species. Then all the members of a population share the same gene pool. Means although they are interbreeding, but they are sharing the same gene pool. They will be having the gene pool which from the genes from which gene pool will be present in different individuals of the same species. So the gene pool will be same for all the individuals of the population. Then they have same ecological requirements also. They have same morphological, anatomical and behavioral traits. Then local population of organisms in a specific area is called deme. Means the individuals of the same species, if they are living at the same area and make the population, then that population will be local population and it will be called as deme. Then they might be having similar populations of the same species in different environmental conditions also, then that will be also the population, but it will not be the local population. Then attributes. Next heading is attributes of population. Means the population will have its own specific characteristics. Means individual organism of the species living in that population will be having its own specific characteristic, but a group of organisms which are of same species, when they will make the population, then this population will have its own characteristics rather than the organisms individual characteristic or attributes. So attributes means speciality, specific characteristics of the population. So there are different characteristics or attributes of the population. The attribute which is there in our source, in our syllabus, is the sex ratio. First attribute is the sex ratio. So now the sex ratio denotes the males and females in a population. It is depicted as a number of females per 1,000 males. So sex ratio is what? In every 1,000 male, what is the number of female? It will tell us the sex ratio. Then second attribute is age distribution. Or age composition. So the age distribution is the relative number of organisms of various age in a population. Now, logically, a population has 3 age groups, that is pre-reproductive, then reproductive, then post reproductive. So now pre-reproductive will be what? The young ones. Reproductive means those who are able to reproduce the offsprings, and post-reproductive means the old ones, old organisms who are not able to reproduce. So 3 age groups are there according to the reproduction. So there are, depending upon age distribution, there are 3 kinds of population: expanding or growing population. So this population has high birth rate. And low death rate. So thus there are more number of young ones in the population, because birth rate is more people are born than the dead, so there will be more young individuals or young ones in the population. So this type of population keeps on growing and expanding. Second type of population is stable or stationary population. Stable or stationary population. In this population, equal birth and death rate. So such population shows zero growth rate. Means because in the number of individuals which are born, equal number are dead also. So there is no growth in the population, but it remains stable or stationary. Third type is declining population. In this type of population, death rate is higher than birth rate. So in this type of population of or number of young ones, so population or number of young ones is lower than the old members. So if we have to show these three types of population in the diagram, we can show it like this. So these will be the individuals of pre-reproductive age. Then these will be the individuals of reproductive age. Then the above ones they will be post reproductive. This type of population is the expanding population. So now pre-reproductive means the young ones. So we have seen here the more number of young ones in the population. So more number of young ones will be there. Then reproductive age population. Then the post-reproductive age. They are less in number. So this type of population is called as the expanding population, and by this we can show it with the diagram. Then second type, this is the first type. Then second type, so in the second type, these are the so what we have seen here in this equal birth and death rate means the number of individuals which are born and the number of individuals which are death. So such population shows zero growth rate. So these will be the pre-reproductive, these will be the reproductive, and this will be the post reproductive. Then in the third case, the diagram will be like this. These are the, sorry, this will be with pink. These are the pre-reproductive, these are the reproductive, and these will be the post reproductive. So with this we are going to end our today's session. Thank you.